Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's doing good today. Well, my old office chair has taken a real beating. Been sitting in that thing for a long time, and of course I sit at the computer with it and eat and sleep and everything, you know, that a chair is designed to do. Mainly hold a person's big ass. So anyway, I've been considering replacing my chair because it's really getting tacky and worn out, and I've farted into it so much now that it's terminal fart chair disease. So it's not too fun, and it's not too nice for anyone that wants to sit at my computer when they're here for any reason. They don't want to sit in my chair, and I can understand that. So like I said, I've been considering replacing it, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that idea yet, because office chairs for a decent one are they're not cheap. I mean, you can get some cheapo specials that, you know, they ain't that much, but I think the last one, the one I'm sitting in now, I bought in 2008, and it was probably close to $100. So, you know, you got any range. But be that as it may, I've been on the lookout. You know, I'm not really so much into buying used chairs, because, you know, everybody that sits in a chair, like I said, they do the same thing in chairs: sleep, sweat, fart, you know, whatever, spill food. But anyway, I think I got lucky today. I was going down the road. I've got an eagle eye. I'm always looking on the sides of the roads, you know, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. I tend to spend more time looking off to the side than I do straight ahead, so had some close calls. But anyway, I think I found a chair. And you see this chair here, you know, like I was saying, I've sat in my chair a long time, and it's really getting worn out. And you see this chair has got a few peeled spots, and it's leaned back, it doesn't straighten up. But this is not the old chair. This is the one I found today. This is the old chair. This is like I said, I think I bought this thing sometime. The date on it's 11 of 2008, and I don't remember exactly when I bought it, but it had to be right around then or afterwards. And I'm not going to do a close-up on my chair. I know one thing people don't want to see in the videos: a damn chair somebody's sitting in for 9 years. But suffice to say, 8 years. Suffice to say, it's rough. So that's all we need to say about that. This is the one I found on the side of the road. It was thrown out in front of somebody's house. Of course, I whipped the old F-150 into action. Actually, the F-150 was already into action today. I had been going down the road one day, and I found a couple of those Black & Decker. They're like weed trimming devices. And I know what you're going to say. Well, it's called a weed eater. So they're not a weed eater, not exactly. It's like one of them's called a grass hog, and one was called a little edger thing. But anyway, those things were there again by the exclusive residents who have more money than to have to deal with older stuff or something that's got dirty. They conveniently threw it out so I could get it. So I stopped and got those a while back, and I tested them, and they worked fine. So I was on my way to the Goodwill and to the bank, and I was going to drop off those trimmers at the Goodwill, which I did. So anyway, I went back around and got this chair, and you know, I don't know about you guys that do stuff like this, but my ideology about getting stuff off the side of the road is I just take a quick look at it. If it's in one piece, I grab it, because if something's wrong with it, I can always get rid of it on my own, you know. And like those trimmers I donated, you know, I could have. The way I want to do that is because that way the Goodwill can sell them for a little bit of money, and somebody can get some use out of them, you know, so it's all for the common good. But this chair is in better shape than mine. It's a Broyhill, which doesn't mean anything, because I think this thing is made in China, just like every other piece of shit that's made these days. So that one probably was too. But it's leaned back, like that song says, lean back, lean back. And it's leaning back because that's somehow, some way, the bracket where it sits right here, you see right there, there's a weld right there. It'll focus. My Chinese camera, I guess, doesn't want to focus, but anyway, right there you go. It's got a brace on it, and so that brace has snapped. That weld is broken. And I don't want to even comment on how heavy somebody has to be to abuse a chair so bad that it breaks like that. That's a big one. So anyway, normally I'd be all disappointed and dejected and I'd say, well, I failed. But I didn't fail. Evidently, the people that make the office chair people evidently source their, do you see this pedestal? The thing that the rest of that chair bottom's bolted to, it's got 4 like Allen head or whatever you want to call them screws in there. Well, I looked at that one and then I looked at the one from old Reliable over here, and I thought, you know what, those sure look like they're the same pattern. And guess what, they are the same pattern. They are 10 inches from center to center, front to back, and 6 center to center, left and right, side to side. So I guess you can understand what I'm going to do. That's correct. I'm going to take this trashed chair bottom off, that good base that I have not snapped, and I'm going to put that good top on this chair. And then I'm going to throw the, well, let's see, I'll have a plastic base. I'll just throw all the rest of it right out there at the front and somebody else can pick that up. Somebody will want that, I'm sure. Yeah, how would you like to buy a chair or get a chair if somebody's done that to? Look, let's put this way. That thing has like no, I'm not going to show you, I can't do it, but that thing has no, like right there where my butt cheeks sit. You see how it's like it goes down, it's conformed to the pattern of my ass. It goes, it's up right there, and then it goes down, dips, and it comes up there, and then it goes back down for the other thigh and back up again. And Uncle Phil sat in it one time, and that's the only time he's ever sat in it. He said it's got a big hump right in the wrong place right there. And I said, well, it's because I still have more ass than you do, Uncle Phil. And it's carved it out in there. So anyway, and this chair's a lot newer. This chair is actually, that one was 2008. This one's had a date on it, I thought. Yeah, it's back. You can't really see it, it's on the sticker. It's 8 of 2013, so it's only 3 years old. It's got a lot of life left in it. So I've already cleaned it off with tough stuff, and I'm going to repurpose it. So I'm a cheap bastard, especially when it comes to office chairs. And why not? You know, you can believe the stuff I've gotten that's somebody else discarded that's worked fine. I mean, look at this truck. You know, somebody didn't want it, and I've been driving the wheels off of it. And the Buick, they didn't want the Buick, I've been driving it. You know, I ain't too good to get used stuff like that. So anyway, the only thing that I probably have to draw the line at is I don't go to the thrift store and buy clothes, not unless I find some really neat ones. And I don't buy like used blankets, and I will not buy a used mattress. No way in hell. So anyway, okay guys, it's kind of spitting rain a little bit, so I've got another video to do. I'm going to do you an update video on these vehicles. So let me get these chairs back in to the living quarters in there, and I'll get on the other videos. Thank you for watching. I hope it didn't gross anybody out. See ya. Okay, so I am just replacing the top to this chair. I've got a good base and a worn out chair over there. And I've got that one back there, which has got the broken base. Some whopper sheared it off, I guess. Whatever happened, I don't even think about that. But I just thought I'd show you the tag on the bottom of this chair. It's got some interesting things on it, I thought. This is a Cully Luxura manager chair, even though I'm not a manager. Brown. That's funny because this chair is definitely not brown. Manufactured date 11/25/2008. Under penalty law, this tag not to be removed except by the consumer. All new material, existing 100% polyurethane foam pad, and some other stuff. And it is made by Zhejiang Huanglong Seating Company Limited in the south of Hangshun, Daipu Town, Anji County, Zhejiang Province, China 313300. Delivery 12/5/2008. Made in China. I told you they were all made in China. Outsourcing. Maybe this was made by Trump Chairs. Notice this article meets flammability required of California Bureau of Home Furnishings, Technical Bulletin 117. Care should be exercised near open flame or with burning cigarettes. Well, that's all well and good. Sure won't smoke in here because I don't smoke. But the thing I'm concerned about, though, is I'm just concerned whether or not that I have overextended this chair bottom's capability to absorb fart gas, because I've, like I said, this thing's got probably 8 years of farts stored up in it, so it's probably full. So it'd probably be like a cigarette filter. It absorbs all the tar and nicotine of this chair bottom, probably absorbs farts, so it's probably turned brown and needs to be thrown away anyway. So I don't see that on this, but I think it's a good idea. And once again, I'm not going to subject you to turning this chair over and actually seeing the seating area. This is pretty gross. So, but you know what? Hey, life happens sometimes, and I think this is a good idea to make one good chair out of two not so good ones. So I'm going to continue on with this, and I may buzz one more video in when I got the other one put back together. So yeah. Okay, I got a new chair brought into the surgery center here, so I've got the base off of it now, and it's right here, and I thought I would just give you another quick glimpse. Junk. Not supposed to do that. It's good base here. So anyway, I thought we'd take a quick glimpse at the tags that are on the bottom of this one. And of course it has front, so that you're not dumb enough to put the thing together backwards. And it's got mostly the same warnings, except I noticed that this one has Spanish warnings on it also, since our country has a lot of Spanish speaking inhabitants now. And no, it's not called Mexican. They don't speak Mexican. Please don't embarrass yourself further by saying they're speaking Mexican. And remember, I'm not sticking up for Mexicans, but remember that just when they speak English with an accent, you don't have to speak louder to get them to understand. Okay. Anyway, same old things here. But let's see where this one was made. This one was made by LF Products Pte Limited, number 148, Zhejiang. If you don't know how to pronounce words that begin with X, it's Zhe, not X. Zhejiang, Shanghai street scene. That sounds funny. Street scene. What? Binjiang District, Haju City, Xinjiang Province. Oh, I'm back to Xinjiang Province. Looks like. I think that was the same as that one. No, I guess it didn't. Zip code's different. China 3100. What the hell does that say? 52 310052. Made in China. No fooling. Yep. And I also want to point something out. For those of you who may not be familiar with what is leather and what is not leather, this chair is not leather, because if it peels off like this and you see this kind of cloth material behind it, that ain't leather. Leather doesn't peel off like that. And now, like you saw in a truck in another video I made, the leather does crack and break apart, especially on cheap ass European cars. But this stuff right here, that is not leather. So if I call it leather, I don't think they can call this a leather office chair unless it's actually made out of leather. I think that's false advertising. So it's leather look, but that's some kind of vinyl. That's all it is. But hey, it was free. So okay, let's make all our bases belong to us and put this one together. And yes, that is a box of Cheerios sitting there because I sit at the computer and eat a bowl of cereal every once in a while. Alright, see you then. There you go. This Broyhill lives to fight another day. This made in China Broyhill. That base bolted right on. So reuse my old base and put on the new chair. It's a match made in heaven. And I like this for one reason too, is that this base is wider than this one was. So that way, if I fall asleep in here and slump over in my chair, which I've been known to do, there's a little bit less likelihood that I'll go ass over tea kettle onto my coffee table. And the coffee table, I know it's got junk all over it, like coffee tables tend to get, but that coffee table is an interesting story. I had to retrieve that from Uncle Phil. I gave him that a few years back, but that was my grandparents' coffee table after they both ended up passing away. I got that, and at that point, for some unexplained reason, I didn't see the sentimental attachment to it, but I certainly did later. So he was nice enough to give that back to me, and he got another coffee table. And so that thing is about a 1968 or 69. I think that's a Lane. I have to look on the bottom of it, but it's a good one. That's solid wood. That is not this crap that people buy these days. It's just a wood laminate over junk. That press board stuff like that computer desk over there is. That computer desk will not survive another move, I guarantee that. So, but anyway, the sucker is a real deal. That's actual. Look at that. Can you see the detail there? That's actually tongue and groove fit right there. That's a good one. Okay, guys. Well,